How's it going, everyone? I know I haven't put a video out in a little while. I'm actually on my way to Capitol Raceway. The wife stayed at home.
In 2 miles, take exit 80 toward Clarksville and Maryland Route 32.
And she had some schoolwork to get done, so she decided she wanted to stay home so she can get her schoolwork done. And the daughter stayed home with her so that she could play outside, have fun. So I am on my way to Capitol. I got a couple of buddies meeting me there, and I might go to Maryland tomorrow, or Mason-Dixon, I'm not sure. But it's calling for a low chance of rain, but it's calling for rain all day tomorrow. And Capitol is having a testing tune tonight, and it's not supposed to rain tonight, so I figured, hell, why chance it for tomorrow? It's a little bit of a drive, but I can drive out to Capitol and get some testing in. So I've got the trailer in tow, as you can see behind me, and we are on our way to Capitol Raceway to go have some fun and see what the car can do. So I'm pretty excited. Be the first passes down the track with the Power Glide in it, and we're going to see how much steam she can make. I think it's going to be a little faster, so we'll see. So I forgot to make an outro to the video, so here's my outro. I chased a boost leak all night. I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. We checked couplers, we checked everything. I unplugged one of the wastegates, and no matter what I did, the very first run, the car did its best mile an hour of 152. The second run, it did its best ET, not by much, but its best ET of 944. And then slowly throughout the night, the boost kept falling off. The first run, it hit 20 PSI at a peak. Didn't make it the whole track, but hit 20 PSI at a peak. And then steadily after that, it just got less and less and less. And we checked couplers, we checked everything we could think of. Blow-off valve, nothing we did would fix it. So I couldn't get it to go any faster, of course, because it wouldn't make any more boost. And it wouldn't make the boost all the way down track either. So the first run, it made 20 PSI, but that was 20 PSI peaked. And it didn't make 20 PSI until I put it in high gear. And then like I said, the runs after that, it steadily got less and less. And then the converter that I'm using right now, I'm borrowing it from somebody. It's very tight. But I run John Deere High Guard, and so I changed it to regular transmission fluid, and that last video is it coming up on the two-step on regular transmission fluid. It's coming up a lot faster. You run High Guard, John Deere High Guard, because it tightens up the converters. But in this case, I needed to go the opposite way. I needed to loosen the converter up. So I switched back to, I drained the transmission, let it drain for a while, and then switched back to a regular transmission fluid. It made a huge difference. So the transmission's coming up on the two-step now a lot faster. And it loosened the converter up a little bit. So I think that'll help me off the hit, because the car was, I could not get the car to 60 foot very well. That last run, it only 60 footed to 155, and that was leaving at 4,300. But it's making 14 pounds on the brake at 4,300, or was making 14 pounds on the brake at 4,300. And but as soon as I let off the trans brake and the motor unloaded just a little bit, it would actually drop down to 13 PSI and run 13 PSI most of low gear, first gear. So the car was very consistent. I was actually pretty happy. All night it ran 9s except for one pass. And that was because I did not click it all the way up into high gear, and I let out of it for a good bit, and then clicked it up in the high gear and rolled back into it and ran I think it was a 10.0 something at 132. So the car is very consistent. The car is running very good. The boost leak ended up being a hole, or not, I'm sorry, not a hole, but a crack in my intercooler. That I guess just got progressively worse throughout the night. So at least I figured out what it was. I took the intercooler back off, and now I'm running an intercoolerless again. Not ideal, but it kind of is what it is. So the car's doing really good. It's still together, it's still in one piece, and it's ready to go back to the track. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's not very often here lately that I've been able to go to the track, pull the car up in the trailer, and it's good to go. When I drained the fluid, it was nasty. It was burnt from taking so long to get up on the two-step, but there was no clutch material, nothing shiny in it, no clutch material, no nothing. So the power glide's healthy so far, and seems to be doing very good. It's shifting very hard, and seems to be really happy. I think my plan is at some point when I have the funds to get a custom converter for it. And I think that'll help a ton. I've just got to decide what I want to do. Don't get me wrong, I'm having very good luck right now with the stock block stuff, and stock bottom end stuff at that. But I still have that 393 kit laying on a shelf, and all I need to do is have the crank turned and polished and one rod fixed, and the 393 can go back into a block. And then I would also like to go dart block at some point, or something similar. So I've been doing some research about Speedmaster blocks. I know they're off-brand. Everybody says they're Chinese, but I believe they're actually Australian. I'm not sure, but I've read really good things about them. People having really good luck with them, but then I've heard people having really bad luck with them, and the tolerance is being really far off, and the block needing a ton of work to get in spec, and it makes me nervous. I know the guys over at LS Nasty used one, and they're having good luck with it so far, making a ton more power than I am. So I don't know what my next step's going to be, but for now I'm going to leave the car the way it is. I'm just going to have fun with it. I still am targeting, I'd like to hit my 8, but I've got to get my 60 foot down, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm crossing the traps at like 6,800 or so I can't really gear it down any to try to help my 60 foot. I know a lot of my 60 foot was just simply the fact that the car wasn't going into boost like it was supposed to. The way I have my launch control set up right now is it's supposed to target 10 psi on the brake. It makes more than that because I believe it's got 14 pounds worth of springs in it. But it's supposed to target 10 pounds on the brake, and then when I let off the brake, within half a second, it's supposed to ramp all the way into whatever my target is, 20, 24, whatever it is. And right now, it's not making target. Later in the night, it wasn't making target at all. And actually, it never made target the whole night. I was targeting 24 PSI the whole night. The most it made was 20. So, but it's not doing it until high gear almost. The top end of low gear, and then like midway through high gear, it would touch it. So, I think the car has a lot of 60 foot left in it just in boost. I think if the boost would come in and ramp in like it was supposed to, it would have made a huge difference. Because, I mean, 8, 10 PSI, that's a huge difference, especially when it's ramping in half a second. So, there's that. I think that'll help me in my 60 foot. And then I believe I need to put some tire pressure in it. I think I can leave it 4,300, but the last video, it spun. But I also got onto some sand or something that fell out of my car, which is strange because I'm in West Virginia and there's no sand. There was some sand out at that track, but I wasn't in it in my car unless my car just picked some up off of the road. So I've got to figure that. I got to figure out where stuff's sitting because it definitely shook some sand or something out of it. But I don't know if that's what got me loose because the tire stuck at first, and then balled up and immediately started spinning. So I think I need to add some air pressure. I think I was at 12. I probably need to bump it up to like 14. But the car was hooking. The best it has this year. Not that that's saying much because I haven't been able to get to the track much this year. But the car is hooking up good. I just need to get it out of the hole now. So I'm working on that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to try to make it to the track this weekend if I can. Can't guarantee I'm going to be able to, but I would like to make it to the track if I can. Hopefully Dakota will go with me. She didn't go with me this past weekend because she was doing some schoolwork. So hopefully she can make it out and get some good video. I had a couple of buddies there, and one of them went up to the line and get some good video for me, so I appreciate them doing that. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Check out the website. It's in the link below, and I will catch you in the next one.